meeting started here. So, Commissioner Patterson, will you get a chance to do lead us in the invocation, please, sir?
Dear Lord, gracious Heavenly Father, it's a blessing to come to you and asking you to bless this meeting. Lord, we want it to be yours, not ours. Lord, your wisdom is much greater than ours, and we just ask that you would just give us all peace and give us the tools to do the job for the citizens of Fannin County, but more importantly, do the job for you. And Lord, just thank you again for these men beside me and these people at the courthouse, Lord, that are concerned with our county, and go be with us, Lord. We ask these things in Christ's name. Amen.
Amen. Please join me in the pledge of allegiance to the flag of our country. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Under unfinished business number 2, we have the approval of the minutes for the October 12th, 2021, the regular scheduled board meeting. Commissioner Patterson, any errors or omissions?
No, sir. I'm good with it.
Commissioner Search?
Yes, sir, Mr. Chair.
Okay. I'll make a motion that we approve the minutes from October 12th, 2021, regular scheduled board meeting. I'll make that motion.
I second.
All in favor? Still under unfinished business number 3, it was board discussion on Shelter Pro software equipment for Fannin County Animal Control. Gentlemen, I would kind of give you an update on that. The employees down at Animal Control, they're really looking for software that's going to fit our needs. We actually have a volunteer who helping as well, trying to save us those annual fees like we talked about. I would like to table this again as this afternoon. There's a couple of demos that are coming to us that is either free or close to free as you can get.
Oh,
so I'd like to see if y'all would be interested in tabling this again until we can get those demos in and see exactly what's going to benefit us moving forward.
I don't have a problem with that. Patrick, you still in
Yes,
charge of this, looking at it?
yes, we're still looking into it.
That sounds good to me.
Okay. So I'll make a motion that we table the software for the animal control until such time as we can get a couple more demos in.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Number four, I'm sorry, on the unfinished business was a resolution on a grant for Green Creek Trail Project. This was tabled from the last meeting in October the 12th meeting. I know we had some questions and maybe need some clarification, so we tabled it until tonight. Commissioner Patterson, do you have anything
No, sir.
you'd like to bring up on this?
No, I don't at this time. I may a little later on, but I feel like it, again, still, it's an investment. And I've had several people call me and told me that they really work out there and try to pick up the trash and that they walk, and it is very busy. But I think it would be a good thing for the citizens and for our tourists together. And hopefully open up the door maybe for us to do other things with the forestry service.
Commissioner Thurston?
I feel the same way. I had, like Mr. Patterson, I had some phone calls, and there is a lot of Fannin counties that go out there and use that. and it's helping them health-wise and stuff, so I don't have a problem.
I too think it's a good idea for us to do this. I've received a lot of calls as well, and I can honestly say I didn't receive one that was in the negative on this, so, we need to read this resolution, or just to make a motion to pass the resolution, okay? I will ask for a motion that we pass the resolution, on a grant, on a grant for Green Creek Trail Project. Couldn't get that in.
I second that motion.
I'll ask for the motion.
Oh. Okay, all right, you asked for it, you got it.
All right. I'll ask for a second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Commissioner, I'd like just a statement, or a question, actually.
Sure.
Someone that had told me that walks it frequently, one of our citizens of the county, said if we could possibly get some policing just a little bit. He said there is a lot of litter, or at times, maybe some people that go out there and drink a few, things like that. If we could get maybe somebody to every so often just drive by and check that out. Maybe, I don't know, is there a gate out there? Do we close it up at night, or?
No, there's a gate to the right as you go in for the trail itself. They've got that old road goes off, but
Right.
nothing that I'm aware of out to the left, for the day
It
part.
seems like some of people go in there a little bit in the later hours. They don't tear up a lot. They just, like I say, maybe drink a few and do some other things.
Just need some extra patrol.
Yeah, it would be nice.
Yeah.
Would that be possible?
It should be.
I will definitely reach out to our sheriff tomorrow, ask him if he can make that
I
happen.
think that would deter a lot of the things that might, keep from the beautification of the trail and so forth,
And on that subject, Ms. Dawes, what would there be an issue with us putting alcohol prohibited, or alcohol not allowed?
Absolutely none.
Maybe we can get one out there.
I think Forest Service actually says that.
Oh, does it?
Stuff.
Is there a sign?
No, but I can put one out there, no problem.
I appreciate that. That would be good.
And a lettering sign.
Yeah.
I think there's one of those
But
out there.
it's supposed to be closed, what, 6? Is there a sign that says it's
Upside
closed?
down.
Daylight to dark.
Daylight to dark? Okay. I think some people are coming in after that time. But our citizens was concerned about that, several of them.
And maybe we can actually reach out to the Forest Service to see what it would take to put maybe a gate, like for after hours, maybe put a gate across it after hours. I'll check with them on that as well and see what they allow on it.
There is a gate out there already.
We just don't shut it, I know. Okay, all right. So I'll see what we need to do by shutting that gate. All right. Any other discussion on Green Creek before we move to new business? Okay. Again,
We'll get a 80% back from that, right? We're paying the whole amount to begin with.
yes, we're paying
And
the,
then we'll get reimbursed for 80%.
yes. Okay, under new business, number 5, we have a variance request from Fall LLC to place another 8 units at 55 Cherrywood Court. These are 8 apartments. Mr. Search, you have any?
No, I was just reading over this right here on that. No, not at this time, I ain't none reading it.
Mr. Patterson?
I talked with Keith Nicholson about this, and actually went out and looked at it. Keith was out there, he was gonna check it out too, and we talked again. It's been leveled off, it's been there for maybe, he said, 2 years or so. I guess Mr. Lim, which is the one that is looking to do this, he was waiting for the right time or to get financing, whatever, but what it is, it's very level, and they've got 4 apartments on the bottom and 4 on top, okay? The other apartments are straight across from it. Parking is there, is available. We do need this type of residency within Fannin County. I mean, there's a definite need. And there has been a precedence set that it's been done in the past, even though it goes against our, what we say in our books. But I'm for it. I think it would be good, and I think we can do it without any problem. The sewer and water is there, and I think that it would be an asset to our county. It'd be helpful.
Did they have plenty of parking?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure do.
Spoke with Keith as well, and I think, you know, up to this point, it's just a variance request from us for them to proceed to actually, you know, there'll be other tests and stuff they have to do as well. So this would be just the first step in
Right.
in getting them started.
Right.
And
They haven't gotten started anything.
yeah, and I agree with you. I think these 8 units would, yeah, I mean, it's needed,
Yeah.
and it is. So
I was just concerned with the water and sewer to
Yeah.
make sure that you know, it's very close to city limits,
mhm.
and to see if we could, if there's gonna be a problem with that, with water and sewer, but Keith assured me that they would not be. So, I think it will be all right.
That being said, I'll ask for a motion to approve the variance request from Paul LLC to place another 8 units at 55 Cherrywood Court. I'll ask for that motion.
I'll make a motion.
Ask for a second.
Second.
All in favor? Good. Okay. Number 6, Ms. O'Neill. Kimberly O'Neill, she's Executive Director of the North Georgia Mountain Crisis Network, and she has a domestic violence proclamation that she would like for us to go over. And I'll read this the best I can. I forgot my glasses, so bear with me. You got it? Well, there's some good ones there.
Stolen from Brenda.
Borrowed and saved. All right, it says Proclamation Domestic Violence Awareness Month. Whereas domestic violence affects people of all races, ages, income levels, genders, and religious backgrounds. It is an intolerable violent crime with public health implications for victims / survivors, as well as family members, partners, neighbors, or peers of victims / survivors. And whereas all individuals have a right to safety from harm by others, perpetrators of domestic violence must be held accountable for their crimes. And whereas domestic violence should not be treated as a private matter, the consequences of silence harm victims / survivors, families, communities, school, and workplaces. And whereas no individual, person, organization, agency, or community can eliminate domestic violence on their own. The objective to education communities about prevention and healing must be a collective effort and must increase support for agencies providing services to victims, survivors. And whereas Domestic Violence Awareness Month is meant to encourage education and discourse that leads to full public competence in speaking out against domestic violence, counteracting the reality that society remains largely uninformed with respect to issues of domestic violence. And whereas the significance of the concerns listed above is underlined by national statistics indicating that in our country, 1 in 4 women and 1 in 7 men will experience domestic violence in their lifetime. And therefore, I do hereby proclaim the month of October to be Domestic Violence Awareness Month in Fannin County, and urge all citizens to observe this month by becoming aware of the reality and tragedy of domestic violence, and by supporting the North Georgia Mountain Crisis Network in its efforts to end domestic violence and exploitation.
We'd like to thank you for reading that.
Yes, ma'am.
This means a lot to us, your support of our agency. We appreciate our community so much. They have stood behind us and supported us. We've been here for 35 years now, and we just appreciate the continued support. And representing our agency today alongside me is Kelly Monroe, our legal advocate, and Ms. Michelle Swim. She is our board member. Thank you.
Well, thank y'all for coming, and I know most of your jobs to begin with is not, it's not on favorable terms when things first happen, but I have heard a lot of folks who have that y'all have helped, and they're so grateful for the help that y'all have given them. And yeah, I think I can speak for the Board of Commissioners. We appreciate all that y'all do. So thank you very much. Thank you.
Can we get a picture?
Sure you can.
Stand here. Come right here.
Yeah.
Glenn, come up here.
Stay up here.
Ladies, hey ladies, come right here in front.
Okay. Should we
We
get
need
the
to move that. Are you okay with that? We need to move that.
You need to speak to that. Sorry, you think?
Yeah.
You need to be in the back.
I'm sure it's so.
Make it pretty, ladies.
I'm glad you stood in front of me.
We sure appreciate y'all.
1, 2, 3.
Hold it right here.
Okay, one more.
Thank you, ladies.
Thank you again for all you do. Appreciate you.
I'll get this signed for you and get it to you.
Great job.
Thank you. Okay, number 7, it's board action on compensation from American Rescue Plan Act of 2021. Probably should have said board discussion on this. So, last meeting we voted to give deferred compensation to our employees. And we got to thinking about, we let the elected officials off. And we actually had a meeting with a neighboring county who decided to give that to the elected officials as well, okay? The reason being, what they were telling us was, and it made sense, you have the elected officials are really the ones who have to make everything happen. So in a time where we're shorthanded, they have to work themselves, they have to shift things around to make the service that we provide to our citizens. They still have to make the world go round, so to speak. So it really got me to thinking, should we include these? And I think we have maybe 6 or 7, I think, that we would look at it. So this would exclude the commissioners, sorry guys, but it would exclude us for sure. So
I feel that's right,
yeah, I do too.
no problem.
But I just wanted to, pretty much it's a discussion. What's your thoughts on that, Mr. Cersey?
No, I mean, I understand what you're saying, and, if we've got it, so, and we're trying to help everybody as much as we can as far as, our employees too, so I mean, and you're right, they do have to make the decisions, and when somebody's out, they have to cover. I've been in that position. So, you know, I understand where you're coming from on it.
Mr. Patterson?
I as well. Is this gonna be, will they have the option, or is this mandatory that they will get it? Some elected officials may not want to take it.
I told them they wouldn't get it, I mean,
Yeah, you know. I mean, I think there may be varying thoughts on that, and I understand exactly right. I'm okay with all of them taking it. I have no animosity toward that, but if some of them decided that, no, they felt like it wouldn't be right, or if they wanted to do something else, do they have that option? Boy, how does that go?
And we can reach out to them, and that's why we wanted to discuss this.
Give them an option?
Give them an option if
Good.
they decide they want it.
I like that idea,
Yeah.
because that way they could,
and then especially after you, because I've passed things by so my people would have it. So, and that's basically what we were doing, was helping the employees, and I understand what you're saying now. I mean, that's a valid point, because they do have to make the decisions in their departments. So, and I'm with the coach. I think that if they ought to have the option, if they want it, I don't have a problem.
no. And I think we've got great leadership with
Yeah.
our people here in all the departments. But there again, they may feel for whatever reason, they know their department best, that they wouldn't want to accept it. But I have a problem with anybody going ahead and accepting that, because they do a wonderful job. They really do.
Would we want to, table this till the next meeting to see, or go ahead and vote for it to,
Vote for it with an option.
with an option?
Yeah,
That's what I would say.
yeah.
Okay.
Is that all right, Ms. Dawes? Would that be appropriate?
Totally accept.
Well, I'll make a motion that we offer the deferred compensation plan to the elected officials at their discretion, whether they accept it or not. I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Right.
And are you going to go back and say how much and what percentage and all that stuff?
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll take care of that.
But now, so let me ask you something.
Sure.
So, are we gonna, is that include the district attorney's office too? Because if it does, is she gonna get the same amount in all three counties?
No, she wouldn't get the same amount in all three counties that I'm aware of.
I think she's considered a state.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's
All
not,
right.
she's considered a state elected official.
Okay.
But I want Allison to throw something at me. But I think this district attorneys and judges are considered state elected
Yeah,
officials.
well, I was just wanting to make sure that, you know, because if it was 3,000, she's over in 3 counties, you know, that would, to me, wouldn't, you know, I don't want to get her mad at me, you know, but I mean, fair is fair and love and war.
All right. So we will get that number to you next meeting on the ones that, we won't say who they are, but we'll at least get a number on it.
That would be
And,
fine.
and the
Yeah.
employees and everybody's gonna be getting it, what, the first week of November?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
All right. All right, number 8, under new business, MA Deputy Director Patrick Cook, and Lieutenant Colin Pack, the courthouse attorney.
No.
Hello?
What we have we have a lot of people use the courthouse. A lot of people come in and out. And the security of those people, plus our employees, is very important. We've been having some problems out of our x-ray machine for a year. And it's really getting bad now. It shuts off, I think last week it shut off 3 times. And we have to reset it, and hopefully it resets. I don't know if we may be looking into getting somebody to look at it, or maybe changing one out, or
How old is it, Todd?
it's been here since I've been here. Well, since the courthouse has been here that I know of.
How old is it?
Not that long. But I think it's been here since the courthouse has been here, 2004 maybe, so.
Yeah, the day on was 2003. We found the day on.
No, I know we've already looked at some, or one at least, right? And
Right.
It wasn't, the one we wanted,
That was a metal detector,
okay?
and it wouldn't have worked out.
Have you found something?
Yes, we looked at a few different demos on x-ray machines and walk-through metal detector. And I think maybe everybody has a copy of this one.
No.
Actually, they don't,
Okay.
No,
yeah.
So this is the x-ray machine, and there's also a walk-through metal detector that comes with this. And the total package, also the metal detector, includes a temperature sensor. So it takes how much temperature you walk through.
That's good.
Total amount's $27,321.30. And that was the best value that we found out of any of them.
What were the prices ranging from?
The prices that we looked at was the metal detector by itself was about $15,000 for some, and then total package is up to about $50,000.
Patrick, does it come with a warranty?
It does. The walk-through metal detector has a 2-year warranty, and the x-ray machine, I believe somewhere I saw a 1-year warranty.
12 months.
12-month warranty, that's right.
What company is that?
It's called Zor Pro.
An American company?
It is. Yeah. I
Have you
believe
had any
it's
dealings with them,
We have no experience with
no
that.
experience with them?
You checked around other places, the courthouse?
I have not, but I told Patrick, I got a friend in not Walker County that's over the courthouse security, and I was going to call him and let him give me a heads up on what they had over there. Maybe go by and look at it.
Yeah.
The last time we had anybody come and check this machine, I forgot when it was, it's been a little while back, but he said that any parts to refurbish it or to try to fix it or whatever, it's
Can't
obviously,
do it.
you know, it's pretty much run its course.
Is that the one that you're happy with, or do you?
This seems to fit all the needs. It's got the walk-through metal detector, the x-ray machine for bags, and it also has a temperature sensor, so
That's good.
it's also something I have to try to scan the wrist or anything.
Do they come and take this other stuff out?
No, but we'll just have to.
Put it at the county garage?
Got something to do with it.
Yeah.
It's a dandy, that one is.
And that price doesn't include shipping, training, and all that.
Training and everything.
That's includes all of that in
That's
that
the
price.
total price, total package.
Can we use, where's the funds gonna come from?
We can get it from ARC, possibly, because of the temperature,
Temperatures
and
can.
we could get it from admin as well, is what our clerk says.
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah,
ask.
from either or, so whichever option you choose.
I think it really tied in with the ARC funds with that
Yeah,
temperature.
I think so too.
COVID related.
Touchless, so that helps everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
How long would we have to wait, Pat? Do we have any idea how's the shipping and all that stuff, is it?
It has to go through no port.
It's really,
Any
I
idea?
don't remember what
What's
the,
What Right here, it's got 3 to 4 weeks.
That's right, delivery 3 to 4 weeks.
Okay. We need it.
Yeah, we need it.
I don't think we have a whole lot of options for it, because it's like,
Well, it's
Yeah,
got
but
that
Deputy said
temperature
it is-
thing too.
you know, the protection here at the courthouse is paramount.
Yeah.
And so, we need to take care of that, I think. We got all kind of people that go in and out of here, don't we? God,
We feel this one fits our needs,
It's easy,
okay? And one of the more reasonable prices.
yes, definitely.
Did, and I don't know this company either, I mean, this is out of my league, but did they have some decent, I know everybody looks at reviews and stuff like that, I mean, did they have some decent reviews on
We
them?
did on our website.
Yeah.
Says, and a lot of courthouses use this product.
good, good.
They pull it out of our fund, right? All right, Shannon Pack, would you wanna go look at that other one before we make a decision on this, or do you feel that this would,
That
we need
seems
to
to
do
fit
something
fit our
sooner than
needs.
better, sooner than later?
That seems to fit our needs there.
Well, it's versatile too.
Yeah,
You know, you got that temperature.
true.
Mr. Chairman, I think we ought to vote on it.
Okay. I'll ask for a motion that we approve, the purchase of, X-ray system and a walk-through metal detector for, in the amount of $27,321.30, and for that to come out of the ARP funds. I'll, ask for that motion.
Make a motion.
Ask for a second.
Second.
All in favor?
Thanks, guys, appreciate it.
You're
Will,
welcome.
will you get with them
Appreciate y'all.
tomorrow, or okay, just keep us posted on what we need to do as far as, and we'll try to line up something when it comes in to get
Tom,
this.
the other thing is we probably,
Excuse me?
just thinking about the 3 weeks of jury trial we got coming up.
I know. They've delayed it, so it's supposed to be in December now.
Okay, well then maybe we can get it in
So it
before
might
I
work
hear.
out pretty good.
Okay, excellent. I just didn't want them to be doing it in the middle of week 2. You know, that
I
could
know
be
that's
bad.
right. Thank you.
All right,
Yeah,
guys,
thank
we
you.
appreciate all you do.
Okay, number 9, we have EMA Director Robert Graham, a resolution on hazard mitigation plan.
Good evening, John.
Good evening.
And ladies.
All right, Sherry, we're out of here.
Even though my partners in crime are all asking for money tonight, I'm not asking for any money for this. It was time again, due to a grant we received, to upgrade our hazard mitigation plan. It has to be updated every 5 years, and we try to catch it when there's hazard mitigation money available to do it with, so we can hire a consultant. And we've got it pretty well completed on the local level. This is a copy of it here. I believe y'all all got a link to look at it online or something. If not, there's a link on the website, the county website. And I'm asking tonight to, if we can pass a resolution to adopt the updated plan. From here, we have to get it adopted by all 3 cities. Then it goes to the state for vetting and approval. And after the state approves it, it has to go to FEMA. And they approve it and send it back to us, and then it becomes officially the plan. We have to have this plan according to federal law, and makes us eligible for federal hazard mitigation money at any point if there's any available and if we have something we need. So, any questions about it?
I think it sounds like something that we have had and something that we need moving forward.
The current plan actually expires December of 2022, so we're almost a year ahead of the game in getting it. But when we do get it approved and renewed, it'll be good for 5 years from whatever point the federal government approved it, so we'll be ahead of the game on it.
Commissioner Searcy, anything?
No, sir.
Commissioner Patrick?
No, I'm good with it. Thank you.
All right, I'll make a motion that we pass this resolution on hazard mitigation plan. I'll make that motion and ask for a second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, Jim.
Thank you, Rob.
Okay, number 10, we have EMS Director Becky Huckman. Hey,
Hey,
So we should have gotten some bids on new med units. I think we only received one. I was gonna see if we could maybe reject all bids and then put it back out there again, since we don't really have a whole lot of competition, for bids right now for new med units.
was there a second bid that did come in?
It didn't make it in time.
Was it, and I think it was maybe shipped to the wrong address and will be here
I'm not sure
tomorrow.
It's
exactly.
supposed to be here at 10 a.m.
Yeah.
tomorrow, according to their shipping records.
So we can,
You can waive in formalities, and if it's shipped to the wrong place through no code, which is a big problem right now, if you wanted to, you could table it. If you get it within the time, you could then decide if you wanted to go forward. Unfortunately, right now with there being back orders and not enough components and this, that, and the other, competitive bids are sometimes hard to get. So that you could just make a decision as to whether or not you needed to reject and rebid in the hope that you would get a more competitive bid.
and that's what you're asking, is
Yes.
that we reject and?
That sounds exactly like what I asked.
Okay. And is that a motion that we have to make to reject?
Well, let me add just a little bit. Do you want to, would you prefer a motion to table, to let you see what happens within the next 24 hours? And if they can in fact verify that they sent it to the right address, but whoever their courier was delivered it to the wrong address? Or do you prefer just to?
I'd like to table it if I could. It was already on my this again.
Okay, then that would be what you would have to have a motion for, so.
Okay. I'll make the motion that we table the bid proposal for ambulance, till our next regular meeting, which will be the first, November the 9th. I'll make that motion.
second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, so the second thing, I am asking for emergency purchases for ambulances, just kind of like Lynn said. Parts are hard to get, chassis are really hard to get. We have a company, it's called First Class, I think, I don't know if y'all all got the, they sent us, they had a county, that they were setting up to do 2 med units for, they backed out, so they have 2 chassis that are available with boxes. They were able to get us a formal, proposal for the price for Fannin County. Pretty much the chassis and the boxes are exactly what we were putting bids out for. Currently, the spares that we have, they've been good trucks, but they're kind of on their last legs. And from what we're hearing, it could be the third quarter of 2022 before we could get a new truck, or into 2023 before any new trucks. Even these bids that we're currently getting, before they can actually have them available to us. So they've got 2 trucks that are currently available, that are pretty much to our specifications. There's a few things that were a little bit different than what we were kind of wanting, but they weren't deal breakers for us. And they're priced pretty reasonably. I know it's gonna be a lot of money, but, for a med unit, it's actually a pretty reasonable price. They're asking $148,000 for each unit, and they have 2. if we could, I'd like to purchase both. We're behind as it is. We should have had one already. We've had to table it, or we've had to reject bids at least once, and then this time, and they can't get chassis in right now, so, we're already behind by purchasing a med unit for this year. We'll be needing to purchase another med unit for the next year, and if it's gonna be 2023 before we can get another truck, we're really gonna be having a lot of high miles on our first line med units. Right now, the one that needs to be replaced has over 250,000 miles on it, so, in a year, there's no telling, it may be up into the 300,000s. And that's the truck that we had out for 6 weeks, waiting on just a chip. It took 6 weeks to get one in. I don't know where it came from. It was a slow boat from wherever it came from, though, so. It sat at the Chevy dealership for a pretty good while, just waiting on a chip so that the death fluid can work on it again. So, I was gonna ask if maybe we could purchase both under emergency purchase order. We do have the money in the budget for one of the med units, and I was gonna see if we could possibly purchase the other one either out of Splosh, or I don't know if it qualifies for the ARP money.
What are you gonna do with the two that you have?
One of the units, it's a 2014. It's
Yeah.
got 300,000 miles on it. It's still a good chassis. The truck's still good. The air ride system in it is pretty much obsolete, and it's having problems. So if we were to purchase these, that truck would either be repurposed into the county, or we could put it up for auction.
Okay, can't you use any of them for backups?
They're currently backups right now, but the one that has the 300,000 miles on it, the air ride system, we can't use it right now. It's just sitting, because they're gonna have to replace the air ride system, and we either have to put about $3,000 into that med unit, or we're gonna have to, if we were to purchase these, the newer trucks that we have that are frontline trucks now, we'll replace them, and we'll have better spares that we don't have to replace parts on, and they're not as old and don't have as many miles.
So does these trucks that you want to purchase now, are they the same air ride system?
No, they have the liquid spring system in it. It's a newer system. It's a better system. It levels itself as it goes. The old air ride system was pretty much kind of a manual system that all it did is it would, because the trucks are four-wheel drive and the chassis sits so high, when you open the back doors, it just basically just lowers the back of the truck so that the stretchers will actually go in and out of it. These trucks, they actually level themselves out and make the ride and everything more comfortable for the patient and the passenger compartment and everything. So it's a more upgraded system that's in them now than as opposed to that one from 2014.
Where will these two new ambulances be stationed?
Station 1 and Station 11, the two busier stations. They're the ones that are due for.
Where's Station 11?
Station 1 is out of Morganton.
What about that second one?
The second med unit that's a spare right now, it currently has some type of wiring issue in the back. We can't charge any of our, anything that's in the back. If we take a pump from the hospital, it won't charge. It won't charge any of our electronics that are in the back. The system works in the back, but it's one of our spares, like I said, so if we have equipment on it or if we have to use it for a frontline truck, we have to take our equipment off that needs charging or needs to be plugged in, and it has to sit to the side, and then we have to replace it back onto the truck for every call. It's still, like I said, the truck is still a good truck. The boxes are the ones that we're having issues with because mostly those trucks have remounted boxes on them, so they've been taken off of one truck and put onto a newer chassis a couple of times. So the boxes are getting worn out.
And so you're gonna put both of these up for auction?
We may put, I think Patrick said that he could use one of them at least for a couple of things that we have in. If we can't repurpose it within the county, whether the road department can use it or if there's something that we can turn into a brush truck for the fire department. If we can't find a purpose for it in the county, then we'll put it up for auction and try and recoup some of the money that we put into the new med units.
What's a box cost?
I'm not real sure what just the box
A
costs.
new one,
A new box?
probably about, just about 70, 80,000, maybe that
So
number.
we're better off buying the ambulance instead of buying a box.
What we currently have the bid, what they've sent for us is a box, a brand new box and truck for the chassis. We put out bids for a remount, and the remount, like taking the box off and putting it onto a new truck. Those are, the one that we got the last time was $122,000. Just to take a new chassis.
122 for a remount versus 140 for a new one?
148 for a new, brand new.
With the truck, all right. I can't do math, but that's.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
All right, so, let me get this straight, we put it out to get one for this year, it's in the budget,
mhm,
and we still haven't received that.
correct.
Okay. And then, looking in the past, we seem to budget for one every year, is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. Would that be possible, like, for next year? Because will we be able to take, delivery of these this year?
No, they said that it will probably be the first quarter of 2022. So I don't know exactly how it would work out with that. We would have it in the budget for one, and we won't have one purchase for this year. We don't pay for them until we actually receive the trucks and receive delivery on them. So I don't know how we would work it out in the budget, whether it would be placed into the budget again for both trucks for next year, or if we would just, the money would be reabsorbed back into the general fund for this year. We put
We
aside
can
for
work
the
something
trucks.
out on that. We can work something out on that.
I think we can do that, but Ms. Walker and I are going to check and see if we can get rid of one of the COVID programs. They
Becky?
told us initially no vehicles, but we see that other counties are. And since this is not just, this isn't a truck, this isn't a car, this is a very special.
Well, the cause of our shortage and everything is because, honestly, because of COVID, because we
Right.
can't get the parts that we need because everything's either shut down or back ordered and everything due to COVID. I don't know if that would help with it or not, or,
As
But
we-
anyway, but if you had to say we're purchasing this one and this is our 2021 purchase and the other one that we're gonna get in January is our 2022, you're good that way too.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm with you, I think it's kind of a no-brainer on this, and, at 148,000, because I know we paid more than that for the ones last year, or in
The,
2020.
the last new ambulance we bought, we paid $142,000 for, and then we still had to add the liquid springs, which was another $12,000.
Yeah.
This one includes liquid springs, so we're actually lower price than what we paid for our last new one.
Yeah.
Good, nice.
And it has the added benefit of, it's available.
right. And the company that has it is a good reputable company. They have good, reviews. They've not had really any issues. It's a Medics, which is a little bit kind of, if you're looking at it, it's not the best company, but it's kind of the top of the middle is where it's at. So, it would be, we've had good service out of the Medics trucks. We still, one of the trucks that we have, that's one of our spares right now that has over 200,000 miles on it is a Medics truck. It's still a good truck.
As far as the box is concerned.
Yeah, as far as the box is concerned, they do a good job when they do
Did they
it.
tell you which county backed out on?
They did, but I can't remember. It was either Spurlin or Spalding or,
Yeah, and I'm not sure if it was a Georgia county, or if it was,
Oh,
the company's
okay.
out of North Carolina,
Gotcha.
so it may have been a North Carolina company.
Well, in order to provide that safer service for our citizens, I just feel it's a good purchase at 148,000 apiece.
I feel like that's probably, I don't know what the bids, this bid that came in earlier is, but, the remount bid from that same company, I think that we got a bid from, it was 122,000 for a remount, so I feel like we're getting a pretty good deal in
26,000, you
it.
get a brand
And
new.
we're also getting brand new trucks and brand new boxes.
Most purchase both of them. So, that being said, y'all got anything else?
No, sir, I just think we ought to provide good equipment for our people, our citizens,
Absolutely.
We
So,
can't mess around with safety.
Nope.
we can't, so,
our lives.
Their lives, what it is, really.
I rode in an ambulance and the oxygen went out. That ain't fun.
well, that being said, I'll make a motion, that we purchase both, ambulances. I'll make that motion for 148,000 apiece.
Yes. I think it says that it doesn't include taxes, so it may be just a little bit more with taxes, but,
We don't pay
See,
taxes.
we're taxing zip, so.
yeah, okay, so it just says it excludes.
Yeah.
Would we pay for both of them at the same time, or would we wait for one to come in and then the other?
They should come in at the exact same time. They're both in production right now.
Okay.
They got as far as the chassis and the box on the chassis, but the box hasn't been finished out, and they're both going at the same time. So if they don't come in at the exact same time, they should come within just a little bit of each other.
Okay.
Okay,
And we'll pay for them when we take.
Right, that's when we take possession and we'll pay
Right.
for them.
and you'll see them.
Yeah, we'll go and see them before we accept,
Yeah.
anything, look them over real good.
Okay.
So
Get her name on the list.
But when we had him, they were nice enough to place a hold on them for us, so
Good.
nobody else could take them out from underneath us until we could bring it up to y'all.
Well, it's nice of them.
Yeah, it was.
For sure.
Yeah.
So again, we'll make that motion that we buy both of them at 148,000 piece. I'll make that motion.
A second.
All in favor?
Thank y'all.
Thank y'all. All right, number 11 is board discussion, maybe action on new flooring for the animal control facility. So I had Mr. Cornett had been looking for some options as far as new flooring down at animal control. I think y'all have a packet here to look over as far as that goes.
Stone hard?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The price to do the whole, well, the facility, the kennels, the facility, in the back, we wouldn't do the office space. For that lump sum price to install the project would be $21,779 based on open shop labor.
21,000, how much?
21,779.
Top of the second page, sir.
Okay.
So the funds, really been crunching some numbers on this. I think we can do the funds out of the animal control budget for this year, as we did have some savings over the year. And I believe we could use that, and we would still be in good shape as far as that goes moving forward, toward the end of the year with animal control. I know you both have probably been down there and took a look at the floors.
Right.
That has been one of the goals, and even as we've talked to some of the volunteers and employees down there, that's been one of their main goals was
Concerns.
to get the floors done. This would also work on the drainage in there. So we would put a actual laser level on that to get it to where it drains out better. And the longevity of this, and I know they use it in Dahlonega, and the longevity of it has been pretty good. It's a proven.
So you've looked at comparable
Yeah.
places and researched it out.
Yeah, and it is, and we tried to get some bids as far as just coming back in and resurfacing it with concrete and staining the floors. And just to be honest with you, it was gonna be the same price or more just to get that done. But this would actually level out the floors in there the way they do this. Luke, correct me if I'm wrong, but this actually levels the floor out where it has some dips and ups and downs or whatever. The way they fix it, it makes it level to where it runs actually into that drainage. So I think as we move forward, the cleanliness will be a whole lot better. It comes with a nice, I think it's a poly seal or something to that effect on it, but I just feel it would be better for us moving, and epoxy resin, I'm sorry. I just feel it would be better for us moving forward, as we try to improve animal control, the facility, and just the overall persona of it. So, I'll leave that discussion open if you guys wanna.
What about maintenance? How does it, do we have to do anything every few years?
Normal cleaning is just required.
It's not laminated or anything like that, right?
It's not.
Well, with mildew and everything treated.
Yep, it's, conditions of use. This would be from Fannin County Animal Control. spillages that occur, they are not to exceed the chemical resistance guides of the quoted products. The spillages occur over 100% of the floor through normal operations on a daily basis. The floor is hosed and power washed with a general purpose cleaner daily. Has a temperature of 100 degrees Fahrenheit. Everything that I've looked, and I wish I'd have brought the sample with me, but I didn't. It seems to be a pretty durable flooring.
Do you have warranty, do you think?
Warranty is
1 year, I see it, 1 year. And this price is for everything, right? Labor,
Yep. That is that's a turnkey price. If you guys need more time to look at this, we can let you do your,
what would we do? I mean, how would we do this with the animals?
so,
We're gonna move them somewhere else?
yeah, we would be out of that facility for 4 days.
4 days?
Yeah, so we would ask for maybe some other rescues in and about, some fosters, to see if they could help us out with that situation for the 4 days. And at which time we would bring them back, unless they get adopted while they're out. So,
You looked into that,
yeah, we've reached out to a couple.
so they'd be able to help us out?
Mhm. And I think Donna and Gerald both have reached out to some as well. It's just a matter of, hey, this is gonna be the time frame to do it. Obviously, we'll give them plenty of notice to make that happen. And we have several that would help us.
Good, good.
I'm not saying that wrong, right? Because I know I've talked to a couple myself, and they've been more than willing to help us.
That's my understanding, yes.
Yeah.
Says this quote is valid for 30 days. I think it's necessary, and I don't have any qualms with it. Any other questions? I think we can go ahead and move forward. What do you think, Mr. Thurston?
I'm all in favor.
That way we can set up the details and everything, you know? You've looked pretty much at other things, and
I've been
this is
nothing
like
fixed down
the
there
best
too.
it's found, right?
Looks like that's
They help it out down there too, won't it?
Yes. For rain time, we started in the morning and it stayed well. Damn. Through the whole day.
Okay.
It was constant cleaning. I understand it dries a lot quicker.
I was noticing on this here, it even said that, on, next to the last page, number 7, on the discoloration and or staining is the only thing that's not gonna be, warranted. So you guys will be down there to watch this floor go down to where the chairman can do the final inspection of it, right? You'll be down there to watch that everything's done correctly.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I hope so.
Yeah, they'll be down there.
I'd like to, yeah.
Yeah, forward on, man.
Is this thing, it comes in different colors?
It does, and the one that I think the volunteers and the employees at Animal Control come up with was a pewter mushroom, which is a tan color, basically is what it is, right? So.
Pewter mushroom.
Pewter
Just a
mushroom.
fancy word? Tan?
Tan, I think is kind of what y'all had agreed on. I think it would be easier, kept clean, easier looked clean, and
Yeah,
um,
look good.
I don't think it would fade out as near as bad as maybe like that dark gray piece that he showed us, so.
I'm ready for a motion.
Me too.
All right, I'll ask for a motion that we get new flooring in the amount of $21,779 for animal control.
I make a motion.
I'll make the second. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank y'all.
Thank you.
All right, now favorite part of the evening, public commentary. If anybody has anything they'd like to say, please raise your hand, come up, tell us your name and side of the county you live in. Anybody. We do public commentary? Up here? Well, I'd like to say something if good as public commentary.
Go around the podium.
I can't see on.
No,
You wouldn't be able to see me.
Robert, give him a chair.
No, as we move forward, there comes a point in time, and I know there's maybe some that's grown up that, oh gosh, County's spending this or spending that. But everything that we're doing is to provide, everything that, I think I can speak for these gentlemen, if I do, please, if I speak out of turn, let me know. I think everything that we're doing is trying to provide a better service for our citizens. And everything that we do, it's not that we're just going out and trying to, throw money out the window. Everything we're trying to do is to benefit the citizens, and that's exactly what it is. We're here to provide a service, and I feel that we're on the same page, but if not, again, but we want to provide the best service that we possibly can provide for our citizens in Fannin County and our employees, and trying to get them the best equipment that we possibly can. Again, we know we can go out and spend $175,000 for an ambulance. $148,000 is a deal, and it's kind of like animal control, and we're trying to make positives in animal control, and I know it's not going as fast as everybody would like. And Debbie, what's our motto? Nothing happens fast in government, right? But I appreciate the other two commissioners here, because I feel that they see we're kind of on the same page. We're not always going to agree, obviously, but we all know what we need to do, and that's what we're trying to do every day. So I appreciate y'all having the patience with me especially, but also with us. I appreciate y'all having the patience with us as we try to move forward and provide those services to our county and provide the best benefits and everything to our employees. So I appreciate y'all for that, and I appreciate y'all commissioners. It's we, with all the sickness and everything going on, we're not guaranteed another breath.
That's right.
And I just want you to know that I appreciate each and every one of you, and that's kind of it for my public commentary. Thank y'all.
Well, I would like to say something also, and I'm going to speak on behalf of the county employees also. Just a couple of days I heard, when one of the employees found out they were getting the ART compensation, they were so thankful because they had been affected so much by this with a family member being in the hospital. And so I just thank the board for doing that. Some employees may thank you and some may not, but it doesn't go unnoticed. I just want y'all to know that.
Exactly right. Thank you.
I want to say something, if you don't mind. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate what Lynn and Sherry do also for the county. I appreciate the work that the employees are doing. We tried to set it, like the chairman said, we tried to set a precedence that the service that you get, just like when you pay your taxes, I pay taxes too. You know, I wanna make sure that, we're providing you with good people, which they are. We try to keep that morale up, that helps us, and it helps you also. And I want you to see where your tax money goes, but like the chairman said, this is federal money and other splosh and ARP and just all kind, I'm learning all this stuff, but I'm type 2 and, a lot of the rest of them here are the same way. We watch our P's and Q's, but we also try to provide good equipment for these people to use to come to serve you. And I don't have a problem, just like 2 ambulances. I know these things are high. I'm a chief of police. I've bought many cars and a lot of equipment. I know how hard it is to come up here and ask for this and that. And, I understand Robert and Zach and them, but I can honestly tell you that I think that the county right now at this moment in time has got some of the best hard-working people, from the sheriff's department down to the janitors that we have here, to animal control, to everybody, because I think what we have done as commissioners, we've tried to give them that, I like my job, I like going to work, and I want them to feel good when they come to work. I don't want to go to work and not like where I'm going. I mean, I like my job, you know, and so helping people's been public service. That's been my life, and I'm going to continue to do that. And I know that I'll probably make Glenn's, Mr. Patterson, his glasses steam up sometime, but trying to explain stuff to me, and Lynn's too. But we're learning, we're fair, we're good, and everybody that comes up to me, they ask me about it, and I tell them I work with some good people, and I'm honored. I'm blessed by God, so, and I appreciate every opportunity you give me to serve you.
Good job. It's
Mr.
hard
Patterson.
act to follow there.
You
Johnny mentioned, real short and sweet, Johnny mentioned one word that really meant a lot to me, and something that I don't feel like that our people never forget. It's one word, it's serve. We serve you, and that's where it all works out. If we don't forget that, and I think that's the one thing we need to always remember, is we are here to serve you, to make Fannin County citizens the best we can be. And so I appreciate all y'all here, appreciate your interest, your concern, and appreciate everybody that I work with. And they are true professionals. We're here to serve. That's it.
Thank you, sir.
That being said, anybody else?
We had some public comment, didn't we?
We did. It's not often we get up here and run our mouth, as far as public comment goes, but, anybody else before we close public commentary? Okay. Public commentary closed. Gentlemen, you need, have a need for executive session?
Mr. Chairman, I would like to have executive session.
Okay.
If you could, please.
I'll make a motion that we go into executive session.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, I'll make a motion we come out of executive session.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. In executive session, personnel and real estate was discussed and no action taken. That being said, I'll make a motion we adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Let's go watch the Braves.